Hello, YouTube. It's George. Forgive me if you can't hear me, because I don't know if I'm being recorded, baby. Yeah. Oh, man. This is one of the more stoned videos I've ever made. What I'm doing here is ready. This is an old FAQ I wrote on GameFAQs, man. Like back in my day, we used to read these long text files about video games, and that's actually what I'm still comfortable doing, man. I don't like fucking videos, dude. I hate the YouTube revolution. I hate the Twitter revolution where people, instead of reading like long fucking files like this, like people fucking post like 240 character bullshit fucking things, and that dumbing down of society is why Trump got elected. I'm not shitting you. It starts with the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson. When O.J. Simpson killed that person, guess what? Rob Kardashian of Kardashian fame was on O.J. Simpson's defense team. That is the beginning of the Kardashians getting famous. After a bunch of other stuff happens, Trump gets elected, and it's this progressive dumbing down of America that took place, and the genesis of all that dumbing down is a fucking murder. So remember that, kids. Okay, I'm here to analyze, some of my old thinking. I went to see if I've progressed as a duelist, because this fact was written back in 2009. In 2009, let's see if it's 2023. 2009, am I recording? I got it. If this is actually, I better be recording. Yeah, I'm so stoned. I'm cheating, you know, like I'm not gonna do the math in my head. 14 years ago. Okay, so 14 years ago I wrote this fact, and, you know, guys, a lot of you probably think I sound pompous and like a douchebag now. Well, I don't know if any of you are reading any of this text, but, oh, I was even more of a pompous douchebag back in my 20s. Anyway, ready? Here. Ready? This is an incomplete guide. I never finished a fact, because back in my 20s I was an alcoholic. I think I got like a DWI in midway through this fact and just never fucking finished it. Anyway, the fact ends with me presenting two decks. The personal deck that I would play on the video game that I say is never defeated by the computer. And then I say, oh, but for you little scrubs, here's a deck I made for bad people. In fact, here's another deck that's much more tailored to beginners than the above deck. Now look at here's what I'm wondering is how good was the above deck? I want to see like the card pool of this game and see if I built a deck today, what would it look like? Dude, if I built a deck today, I would not build a Skyscourge Norliss Phantom of Chaos deck. Now ready? That's a fun deck to play, but it is a total gimmick deck. So I have massively developed as a player because I recognize off gate that this was a gimmick deck. Now, it's a pretty strong one in this video game. It might be the strongest gimmick deck in this game, considering the card pool. I mean, Skyscourge Norliss, ready? That just replicates Chaos Emperor Dragon's effect. It kills all cards on the field and in the hands. And I believe Norliss, as opposed to Chaos Emperor doing damage, Norliss actually draws you a card. So after the fucking field hand nuke, you're actually +1 compared to the other guy having nothing. And I don't think I was playing traditional, so I couldn't whack him with Yata-Garasu after this. But if traditional was on the table, Yata-Garasu would be here to peck for the win after all this happens. Let's see what I'm working with here. So you got the Norliss, just one Norliss. That's probably smart, because we're sending it with Armageddon Knight and copying it with Phantom of Chaos. Very good. Let's see, what's Different Dimension Reincarnation about? No idea. Card of Safe Return was legal. Extra deck, doesn't really matter. Okay, so here's the other deck. I used to be really, really, really big into Cannon Soldier like my entire life, guys, and now that we're in Duel Links, they won't even release Cannon Soldier because Cannon Soldier would fuck Duel Links up really quickly. I always tried to tell people Cannon Soldier was fucking good, dude, but nobody believed me. I was making Cannon Soldier FTKs back in the day, man, before it was cool. I don't know, this is just strongcards.deck. I even go over, this little thing about, I call these combos. Somewhere down the line here, I call these combos. Cannon Soldier plus enemy controller. I guess the idea is take their monster tribute. Scapegoat United We Stand. Dude, that's a cool little combo. Jinzo plus a bunch of quick play spells. I considered a combo back in the day. Book of Moon Nobleman, ooh. Dandelion, plus and Scapegoat and Creature Swap. Let's see, the weakest card. I say the weakest cards are United We Stand, Shrink, Cannon Soldier, Lightning Vortex, and Gold Sark. Make this stupid comment about Gold Sark. Waiting 2 turns to get Heavy Storm sometimes slows me down because my deck is so fast. One more combo, Card Trooper and Dandelion, so he ditches Dandelion. Oh yeah, Dandelion had just come out, so some American people didn't know about Dandelion. I was playing this game like translated Japanese on an emulator or something, so like I was supposedly ahead of the curve. Anyway, we know what Dandelion does now. Plague Spreader, Zombie, do. Oh, and this started my love with Naturia Beast, man. I still love Naturia Beast and literally try to throw Naturia Beast in every deck I make, if it possibly fits. Like, well, that doesn't work anymore because nowadays extra deck spaces are really tight. Actually, I've moved on to Duel Links. In regular Yu-Gi-Oh, I'd probably still be putting Naturia Beast in a lot of shit, dude. On the off chance that, like, I stole someone else's tuner. Like, that's in Master Duel. I haven't played Master Duel in a while. Let's see. So, I don't know. I don't know why I made this video. Like, I've got to see the card pool. Oh, wait. Way up here, I've got the ban list up here. Here's the default ban list. We got Lackluster Soldier, so that's not in my good deck. Interesting. Cathedral of Nobles, I think is Temple of the Kings. Confiscation. Let's see. Let's see what's legal. Control Breaker, Card Trooper, Dandelion, Stratos. Stratos was legal. I wasn't messing with Stratos. Future Fusion, I wasn't messing with that. Gores, I wasn't playing Gores. I don't think I had Spirit Reaper. Did I have Spirit Reaper in my little... Yeah, I think I probably had a Reaper. Dark Arm Dragon was at 2. Okay, so the strongest deck in this game is probably still going to be Dark Arm Return, I think. Dark Arm Dragon at 2. Armageddon Knight, if I looked at my own deck, I had 3 Armageddon Knight. So with 3 Armageddon Knight, and I wasn't even playing the other card that I've never liked, but there's another level 4 Dark that ditches Darks. I've honestly forgot his name. You know how I am with the names. What the fuck is that guy's name? You guys, he was famous. He was fucking famous for being the guy that was Armageddon Knight's fucking partner, man. Oh, fuck me. Hobby Lark is a horrible, horrible website. Ooh, I'm remembering his name. His name's like, fuck me. Wow. Okay, I forgot this guy's name. Is it Dark Greffer? Guys, I think it's Dark Greffer. Yeah, it's Dark Greffer. This used to be the guy. Hold on, what am I doing here? Yeah, this guy was Armageddon Knight's partner. Special summon, discard a dark. Once per turn, discard a dark monster, send a dark to the grave. So yeah, Armageddon Knight is much better on card economy, but this guy... I used to hate this guy because of the card economy thing. Nowadays, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has changed so much that if you're playing certain kinds of decks, you don't care how many cards are in your hand anymore, because you can generate almost infinite advantage off of one fucking card in the right decks, which I don't know if I like or not. Like, what was the deck that was first to doing that? It was around the Spiral format that was so fucking weird. He was right, the last XYZ format before Spirals. was those XYZ monsters that their main claim to fame is that they XYZ by just XYZing on top of themselves, and they're a bunch of beast monsters. Yeah, I forgot a whole archetype, but they were really good. I don't know where I was going with this, but okay, back to this shit. So Chain Strike, Foolish Burial. So there's nothing. Oh, Phantom of Chaos is actually at fucking semi-limited. That's probably what had me thinking it was so good. Did I have Summoner Monk in my deck? See, like, the fact is, if you throw me a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and tell me to build a deck, I pretty much build a sort of a version. I build a version of this, but without Norliss, okay? If you just give me you can say build a deck. Like the deck that I know, it's probably because I wrote a FAQ about this, but you can make a pretty good Yu-Gi-Oh deck. It turns out the all-star of the deck really is Summoner Monk, which I didn't realize until Duel Links. I'm in the Duel Links era of my Yu-Gi-Oh career. But Summoner Monk enables a lot of this shit because he's like whipping out Armageddon Knight and Phantom of Chaos. And like fucking Armageddon Knight can ditch Plague. And now I've progressed so much that Ready Summoner Monk is whipping out Armageddon Knight, which ditches Plague Spreader. That can get out Ally of Justice level 10. And in Duel Links, people play like the light Blue Eyes decks and shit. Look at Ally of Justice level 10's effects against light monsters, and you'll understand why I'm willing to do a fucking 3 tribute synchro to get him out, dude. All off of one Summoner Monk spell, though. So it's interesting shit. If I was making this deck today, I'd probably try to find some spells that had an effect in the graveyard to use with Summoner Monk. The only one that might be in this game is that Warrior Equip, where you banish warriors to get the equip back. I think that's the only one that would be in this game. I might be wrong. Other than that, I mean, this little thing's not a horrible deck, but Norliss is a gimmick. And if this went against other strong decks that were like also fucking playing Dandelion, like this deck could get itself fucked pretty easily if Norliss doesn't go in your favor, and like somehow I don't know, they have a Sangan on the field when you do your shit and they get a Sangan Search or a Dandelion, like you can get fucked playing Norliss. And it took me a long time to learn that lesson. I did beat this entire game without ever losing to the computer with this deck though. I eventually lost with it, but that used to be my pride in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is I would try to beat entire video games without taking a single loss. And I did every DS game like that, you know. I would have to try again and again, and if I lost one duel, I'd start the fucking game over, because back in the mid-2000s, we had a lot of time on our hands, kids, and I was like in my mid-20s then. I was no longer a kid, but I had time on my hands, because being unemployed is a hell of a drug. I was also employed for large swaths of this. I've just always been a Yu-Gi-Oh! Video game player to this day. Now Duel Links is my thing. By the way, no one asks because no one knows me, but if you ever wonder why I switched from Master Duel to Duel Links, that's because I was all over Master Duel when it first came out, but after like a month of Master Duel, like they weren't having any events or anything, so you weren't missing anything by skipping Master Duel. But with Duel Links, like I missed like 10 characters while I played Master Duel for a month. Now here's my question: does Master Duel have events now? Am I now missing shit in Master Duel? I probably am, dude, but I've kind of like stuck to Duel Links now, just because I find the 20 card decks fascinating. You can make very tight decks, you know, like that. And the skills, Duel Links is a fascinating thing, and I need to play some Master Duel just to stay brushed up on real Yu-Gi-Oh! But I've like dedicated myself towards Duel Links, because I don't know, I think, you know, to be one of the best, like Pat Hoban or Jeff Jones level skill, you have to like dedicate yourself. You have to kind of choose between Duel Links and regular Yu-Gi-Oh! And be good at one. I don't know if you can do both. I would love to do both, but Duel Links is like a different mindset, so if you're like the Duel Links champion of the world, I think you're playing a different kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! Than the regular Yu-Gi-Oh! Champion of the world. That's my opinion. Anyway, you guys, I would like to duel anybody who's watching this video. I'm always up for a duel on Duel Links, or Master Duel, or however you want to duel. I would like to see if I'm as good as I make myself out to be. Because I know that anybody watching one of these videos is like digging deep into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Internet looking for shit. So I'm always down for a duel, guys. And I'd love to challenge any of you. And I say that in the most pompous way possible. So, fucking A. This was a really fucking dumb video, just looking at a GameFAQs text. But that's what it was. So I'll see you cats later. Fucking A.